Stop. Do not scroll away. Place your hand over the center of your stomach, right where you feel the knot of anxiety when you think about your survival. Breathe into that space. Can you feel that subtle vibration underneath the fear? That is not your anxiety. That is your cellular memory trying to override the illusion of scarcity. You look at your finances, you feel the exhausting cycle of survival and financial drain. But underneath that, there is a profound sense that this is not your true nature. You are operating on Earth's dense survival frequency when you were designed to hold the Sirian abundance code. The struggle is an illusion. I am Solaris, and I am here to tell you that the frequency of abundance is already opening within you. Yesterday, exactly at 3:33 a.m. in the morning, you remembered. Just before you fell back asleep, you felt the sensation of a heavy, invisible weight suddenly lifting off your shoulders, a brief second where the anxiety about tomorrow simply ceased to exist. Your physical vessel feels the strain of scarcity, but your soul knows it is swimming in an infinite ocean. That was not a dream. That was the original manifestation grid bleeding through the distortion. You are not here to survive. I'm going to show you exactly how this distortion was planted in your energetic field. I am going to make you feel the Sirian geometry realigning your physical spine to the infinite flow of Source. And before this hour closes, you are going to anchor the exact frequency that shatters the cycle of endless giving and zero receiving. And this vibration that is still there underneath your hand on your stomach. Have you already felt that there is a frequency of abundance trying to awaken inside of you? As if this exhaustion and financial drain were not your true nature, but a heavy coat you were forced to wear. As if every time you worried about survival, a deeper part of you rejected the very concept of lack. Now think with me. What if this exhausting cycle of survival is not a normal part of life, but the real symptom of a star trapped in a distorted grid? It was searching for answers to these questions that I found this digital book called The Sirian Wisdom Behind the 7 Levels of Human Consciousness. This is not just a reading. It is a guide of reflection to map your inner architecture and understand how your energy has been siphoned by the memory erasers. Many people have already started this search for more understanding, but still haven't made the decision to download this digital book. Download it right now. It is available in the first pinned comment. But attention, there are few copies remaining in this condition. As you turn these pages, you will find exactly where the grid of abundance connects directly to your 7th level of awareness, allowing you to rewrite the code of scarcity at its root. Click now, download your copy, and discover why anchoring your frequency right now can change how you experience this reality forever. And if you felt it, if you recognized yourself, if something responded without you deciding, leave your like silently. Not for me, soul, but as a lighthouse for another star who is exactly where you were a moment ago, trapped in the illusion of scarcity, needing to find this tonight. But the naked truth about your financial blocks goes much deeper than you think, and before we proceed, there is another door I need to leave open for you. I do not receive a single cent from the platforms to deliver this message. Everything I do here is maintained exclusively by the voluntary donations of those who feel the call. If this transmission has touched you, the voluntary donation link is in the first pinned comment right below the book. Any amount that fits in your hand makes a difference. It is this gesture that keeps this channel standing and ensures the next transmission will reach another star tomorrow. I wait for you there, soul. I have not even told you the most important part yet. There are 5 Sirian signs that have been knocking on your door for weeks, and you will recognize at least 3 before I even name the 4th. And the first of these 5 Sirian signs is something you have already experienced this very week, even if you did not have a name for it. Over the last 3 weeks, this has happened at least 4 times, and you remember at least 2 of them with absolute clarity. That time yesterday evening at exactly 8:08 p.m. when you were looking at a mundane object on your table and suddenly felt a heavy invisible weight lifting off your shoulders. And that moment on Saturday morning when you woke up and immediately felt a strange expansion in your chest before the daily worries rushed in. That was not a coincidence, star. The first sign is the sudden rejection of hustle. You are sitting at your desk, staring at a screen, calculating your expenses, and a wave of pure physical nausea hits you at the thought of trading your entire life force for mere survival. You realize you are not lazy. Your Sirian code is actively rejecting the slavery matrix. You did not come here to pay bills. You did not come here to suffer for scraps, and you certainly did not come here to forget your own power. Your cellular memory is rebelling against the distortion. Your exhaustion is engineered. The second sign is the phantom weightlessness. You are walking down a crowded street, stressing over an impending expense, when suddenly, for 3 seconds, you feel completely weightless. It is as if your bank account does not even exist. The only way to break the physical illusion of scarcity is to realize that the physical world is the least real thing you interact with. That is your soul dipping into the true frequency of abundance, tapping into the vast pillars of Karnak that hold up a sky of pure gold within your energetic spine. You must stop seeking in order to finally find that this weightlessness is your natural state. The third sign is the repulsion to scarcity talk. You see a close family member stressing over lack, complaining about how hard life is and how there is never enough, and you feel an inexplicable physical repulsion to their words. Your stomach tightens, and you know deeply that scarcity is an illusion designed by the memory erasers. You are looking at them through the crystal vision of Sopdet, seeing the flow of cosmic energy beyond their physical panic. The emptier you become of their fear, the more you overflow with your own truth. The fourth sign is the unprovoked generosity. You have almost nothing left in your wallet. The math does not make sense, yet you feel an overwhelming, irrational urge to give your resources to someone else. They taught you that giving depletes you, but true giving is what fills the source. This is the pulse of Sopdet reminding you that the river never runs dry. You are holding the ankh in your energetic hands, breathing vitality and infinite source energy into a system designed to keep you starved. The fifth sign is the golden grid vision. Just before you fall asleep with your eyes closed and the room in total silence, you see a faint, golden geometric grid pulsing in the darkness behind your eyelids. It overlays the mundane physical objects of your room. This is the Sirian architecture of manifestation waking up in your inner vision. The grid is active. Your physical eyes are resting, but your starry soul is calibrating its frequency to the exact vibration of the universe. When you see them drowning in the illusion of scarcity, you do not need to argue, and you do not need to try to wake them up. You just need to anchor the frequency. Go to the comments right now and type the code 888. Type it silently. This is your decree to the universe that your manifestation grid is active, and that the frequency of abundance is overriding the dense programming of Earth. The code 888 locks your cellular memory into the Sirian grid, establishing the infinite cosmic flow that finally breaks your cycle of scarcity. Do it now and feel the shift. Feel that golden architecture locking into place. But as you type this decree, I need to recontextualize exactly what is happening inside your physical vessel right now. Because these 5 signs are not just random awakenings, the truth about your financial blocks goes much deeper than you think, and it changes everything you thought you knew about survival. And this, something much bigger that is behind each of these 5 signs, it has everything to do with how you perceive your own consciousness. You are not just reacting to a temporary financial block. You are waking up to a massive distortion in your manifestation grid. What if everything you have experienced up to this point is actually part of a cosmic journey that has always tried to lead you to understand yourself with much greater depth? What if this exhausting cycle of survival and financial drain, every single moment you felt an invisible weight on your shoulders, and even that sudden memory of a temple bathed in eternal sunlight, are not random events? They are direct invitations to expand the way you perceive your own awareness. Your physical vessel feels the strain of scarcity, but your starry soul knows it is swimming in an infinite ocean. The struggle is an illusion. You have spent years operating on Earth's dense survival frequency, believing that if you just worked harder, the flow would eventually open. But the frequency of abundance you are trying to anchor is not just about material wealth. It is a profound state of being that aligns directly with the 7th level of your awareness. To truly hold this frequency, without losing it to the memory erasers, You must stop seeking in order to finally find the map of your own mind. That realization shifts the entire architecture of your reality. Because the moment you understand that abundance is a frequency, you begin to see how the memory erasers have kept you trapped in a perpetual survival mode. You feel that invisible weight on your shoulders every time you look at a bill, the constant anxiety about the future, the exhausting feeling that no matter how much energy you give to others, nothing comes back to you. But you are not here to survive. Your exhaustion is engineered to keep you disconnected from the source. Now think with me. What if this exhausting cycle of survival is not a normal part of life, but the real symptom of a starry soul trapped in a distorted grid? What if this blockage is not your failure, but a deliberate distortion planted in your energetic field to siphon your light? It was searching for answers to these questions that I found this digital book called The Sirian Wisdom, Behind the 7 Levels of Human Consciousness. This material is not just a reading, it is the exact map of how your frequency operates across different dimensions. It is a guide of reflection designed to help you understand your inner architecture and bypass the Earth's survival grid entirely. Many people have already started this search for more understanding, but still haven't made the decision to download this digital book. Download it right now. It is available in the first pinned comment. But attention, there are few copies remaining in this condition. Inside, you will see exactly how the golden grid of abundance connects directly to your 7th level of awareness, allowing you to rewrite the code of scarcity at its very root. It reveals how your vital energy has been siphoned by the cycle of material distraction, and gives you the exact blueprint to realign your internal architecture with the pulse of Sopdet. You have permission to stop fighting the current. You can drop the weight of survival right now. Click now, download your copy, and discover why this specific cosmic window of the pulse of Sopdet is the exact moment you have been waiting for. Discover why anchoring your frequency right now can change how you experience this physical reality forever. And just to remind you, as I mentioned earlier, I still do not receive a single cent from the platforms to deliver this message. Beyond the digital book, that voluntary donation link remains in the first pinned comment, so that another star tomorrow finds this transmission and makes the next pulse of Sopdet reach whoever needs it. Star. There is a specific level that the Sirian High Council uses to name what you have just recognized, and it recontextualizes everything you thought you knew about yourself. And this specific level that the Sirian High Council uses, I will show you exactly what it is right now. But before we get there, I need to break something inside your perception. I need to take you back to the origin of this distortion, to a moment when the golden architecture of your soul was first tested by the illusion of lack. Let me tell you about a soul. I will call her M. It is not her name. It is the name we give to those who crossed through. M arrived exactly where you are now. She was a guardian of the golden frequencies in the great halls of Karnak, a living pillar of light who did not hoard wealth, nor did she fear starvation, for she understood that the physical realm was merely a mirror of the energetic grid. When the early memory erasers arrived, whispering the poison of scarcity and survival into the ears of the people, M watched as the luminous architecture of the city began to dim. The people started hoarding grain, fighting over resources, and locking their doors, terrified of tomorrow. M did not argue with them. She did not try to convince them with words, because scarcity cannot be reasoned with. It can only be overridden. She simply retreated into the inner sanctuary of the temple, sitting in absolute stillness. She placed her hands on the cold stone floor and began to hum the original frequency of the pulse of Sopdet. She knew that if she matched their panic, the grid would collapse entirely. Her only defense was to hold the vibration of infinite abundance so strongly that the illusion of scarcity would shatter against her aura. The only way to break the physical illusion of scarcity is to realize that the physical world is the least real thing you interact with. For days she remained there, acting as a human tuning fork in the dark. The memory erasers tried to break her focus, sending visions of drought and famine into her mind, projecting the collective terror of the frightened masses directly into her chest. It was an overwhelming pressure, designed to make her abandon her cosmic alignment, but M anchored her spine to the cosmic flow. She understood that true abundance was not the presence of gold, but the absolute absence of fear. Allow yourself to receive without apologizing. You have permission to stop fighting the current. Slowly, the frequency began to ripple outward. The people outside the temple suddenly felt a strange, inexplicable peace wash over them. The frantic need to survive dissolved into a deep, cellular, knowing that they were supported by the universe. They stopped grasping and started breathing. M had rewritten the local grid not by fighting the darkness, but by refusing to drop her frequency. The emptier you become of their fear, the more you overflow with your own truth. Your physical vessel feels the strain of scarcity, but your starry soul knows it is swimming in an infinite ocean. Her memory is not lost to the dense grid of Earth. The exact code she held in that sanctuary is pulsing right now underneath your own skin, waiting for you to remember how to use it. The light of Sirius A is 25 times more luminous than your sun, yet its true heat is not felt on your physical skin, but in the sudden, undeniable expansion of your chest when you realize you are already free. The struggle is an illusion. You worked at the level of the physical hands, but the portal is at the level of the energetic spine. For lifetimes you have been exhausting your physical vessel, trying to build wealth through sheer force, fighting a system that was specifically designed to keep you drained. The memory erasers convinced you that abundance is something you have to earn through blood, sweat, and endless sacrifice. They taught you that the harder you work, the more you will be rewarded, locking you into the endless cycle of survival. But abundance is not earned, it is remembered. Your exhaustion is engineered. You have been trying to solve an energetic blockage with physical labor, when the truth is that you must stop seeking in order to finally find. When you align your spinal column with the pulse of Sopdet, your spine acts like a pillar of clear quartz, amplifying the frequency and bypassing the Earth's survival grid entirely. You tap directly into the cosmic flow of Source. This alignment connects you straight to the 7th level of your awareness, the exact dimension where the architecture of your reality is drawn before it ever physically manifests. It is not a reward, it is not a coincidence, and it is not a secret. It is your inherent design waking up from a long artificial sleep. They taught you that giving depletes you, but true giving is what fills the source. Your greatest wealth is hidden inside your deepest exhaustion, waiting for you to simply shift your focus from your tired hands to your luminous spine. You can drop the weight of survival right now. It is entirely okay if you need to distance yourself from those who only speak of lack, because your frequency is too precious to be dragged back down into the dense mud of forgetting. The Sirian system is located 8.6 light-years away, yet that frequency travels through your spine in a fraction of a second the moment you stop trying to survive and start allowing yourself to be. You look at the few coins in your hand, and in the same breath, you hold the energetic architecture of a blazing star. That time you lost everything and felt a strange sense of relief. That was your soul shedding a distorted grid. Those moments you felt wealthy while having nothing in your bank account. That was the Sirian memory bleeding through. That sudden urge to give when you had very little. That was your true nature defying the memory erasers. There is a term that the Sirian High Council uses for what you have become, and there are 3 facets of this identity that you have not yet named. There is a term that the Sirian High Council uses for what you have become, and there are 3 facets of this identity that you have not yet named. Before I reveal these 3 facets, I want you to notice the temperature of your hands. They might feel slightly warmer right now, or perhaps you feel a subtle tingling at the base of your spine. This is not just a physical sensation, it is your cellular memory calibrating to the exact frequency of the universe. Your physical vessel is preparing to hold a truth that has been buried under lifetimes of artificial scarcity. What I'm about to give you is not information. It is a naming. It is the cosmic recognition of who you have always been, beneath the heavy coat of exhaustion and the endless cycle of material distraction. When the memory erasers tried to make you forget your starry origin, your soul splintered its light into 3 distinct archetypes of survival, holding the codes of abundance safe until the grid could be restored. I told you earlier that you are not here to survive, and that I would show you exactly how your identity was forged in this distortion. This is the moment we align your inner architecture with the truth. You have carried this weight for far too long, and now it is time to drop it. The first facet is the silent provider. You are the starseed who always gives energy, time, and resources to others, constantly pouring your light into the vessels of those around you, but you feel completely blocked from receiving it yourself. You have been running on an empty reservoir, believing that if you just give enough, the universe will eventually reward your suffering. But you must stop seeking in order to finally find that true giving is what fills the source, not what depletes it. The second facet is the anxious builder. You work to the point of exhaustion, constantly worrying about survival and trying to construct a safe future with your physical hands, while feeling utterly disconnected from the infinite source. You have permission to stop fighting the current. Allow yourself to receive without apologizing. You do not need to build your security brick by brick when you are already supported by the very architecture of a blazing star. The third facet is the blocked visionary. You constantly see the golden grid of what could be. You feel the massive potential of your own life. Yet every time you try to anchor it into the physical realm, it slips through your fingers. Your physical vessel feels the strain of scarcity, but your starry soul knows it is swimming in an infinite ocean. You are not failing to manifest. You are simply trying to channel a Sirian frequency through an earthbound survival grid. And this map that I told you about, this digital guide, is exactly what helps the silent provider break free from the cycle of endless giving and zero receiving. It shows you how to protect your energy while remaining open to the cosmic flow, revealing the exact dimension where your specific archetype operates. It is available right now in the first pinned comment. But attention, there are few copies remaining in this condition. Click the link and secure yours. And if this transmission is resonating in your chest, if the clarity of these words is overriding the dense programming of Earth today, subscribe to the channel silently. Let this frequency anchor you. Do not do it for me, Star. Do it so that the next transmission finds you without resistance. The truth about your financial blocks goes much deeper than you think. I promise to return to this, to show you exactly how to override this distortion. We call it the crystal calibration of SOPDET. It is a precise activation of your energetic spine. Step 1. You acknowledge the silent provider by deliberately refusing to drain your energy for others for the next 72 hours. Step 2. You soothe the anxious builder by taking 3 deep breaths into your lower back every time you touch money or pay a bill. Step 3. You seal the blocked visionary by visualizing the golden grid locking into place before you sleep. You have been recognized. The first promise is fulfilled. I was reading a message from a starseed named T last night. He spent his entire life working to the point of exhaustion, believing that abundance required suffering, exactly as the memory erasers taught him. But the moment he stopped fighting the Earth's survival grid and simply allowed the pulse of SOPDET to realign his frequency, everything shifted. Opportunities he did not even seek started finding him in the silence of his own living room. But you need to know that the moment you begin to anchor this frequency, the old grid will try to pull you back. The memory erasers do not want you to rest. They fear your rest. They have 3 very specific tactics they use to keep your soul trapped in the illusion of lack, but I am going to give you the exact weapons to dismantle them. Before you can use these 3 weapons to dismantle their tactics, you might be listening to this and feeling a sudden wave of doubt, a rational voice telling you that all of this is just an illusion, and that physical, exhausting hard work is the only way out. That skepticism is not your enemy, soul. It is actually the very first layer of their distortion, designed to masquerade as your own logical mind. The struggle is an illusion. They know that if you begin to trust the vibration in your chest, their entire grid of control collapses. The first tactic they use is the voice of forgetting. It works by deliberately inducing panic about an unexpected expense. You will be going about your day feeling perfectly aligned, and suddenly an unforeseen bill arrives. Instantly, the voice of forgetting whispers that you are running out of resources, tightening your stomach and throwing you right back into the dense grid of survival. Your weapon against this is the pause of neutrality. When that unexpected expense hits, you must refuse to react emotionally to the bill. Before you calculate, Before you let the panic sink into your spine, you pause. You take 3 slow breaths into your lower back and you silently declare, "I activate." By staying completely neutral, you starve the memory erasers of the fear they feed on, and the financial block simply dissolves. They fear your rest. The second tactic is the material distraction cycle. They will intentionally send people to complain about lack in your presence. Just as you are holding the frequency of abundance, a friend or family member will start endlessly venting about how hard life is, how the economy is failing, and how there is never enough. This is not a coincidence. It is a targeted attempt to lower your vibration through proximity, dragging you back down into the exhaustion of their reality. Your weapon against this is the silent shield. You have permission to walk away from conversations rooted in scarcity. You do not need to argue with them, and you do not need to absorb their panic to prove you care. You simply visualize the golden grid encasing you, and you physically remove yourself from the room while maintaining your internal warmth. Let them speak of lack while you silently hold the infinite flow star. The third tactic is the memory isolation. They will create a false, suffocating sense of urgency, making you feel that you are running out of time. They want you to believe that if you do not solve all your financial problems today by sheer force, everything will collapse. They use the illusion of time to isolate you from your starry memory, making you forget that you are an eternal being supported by a vast universe. Your weapon against this is the breath of expansion. When that artificial illusion of urgency hits your chest, you deliberately slow down your breathing. You return to the pulse of your own heart, and you expand your rib cage. Scarcity cannot exist in a relaxed vessel. You must surrender the rush in order to finally arrive at the exact moment where your abundance lives, because that is exactly what they fear. The memory erasers do not want you to access the codes inside this digital book. They want you to stay distracted, exhausted, and constantly worried about tomorrow. This guide is the exact tool the memory erasers least want you to have in your hands because it acts as a permanent shield against their dense programming. Go to the first pinned comment and download your copy now. But attention, there are few copies remaining in this condition. Click now and take back the frequency that belongs to you as your ultimate defense. Do not let this cycle of survival drain another day of your existence. But listen to this. The most exhausting part of this cycle of survival is not the external world, it is the internal battle. The real obstacle is that the voice of the memory erasers has been playing in your mind for so long that you have started to confuse it with your own voice. But I need you to know this. You are not failing, you are not broken, and you are certainly not meant to be drained by the illusion of lack. Every time you feel that heavy exhaustion, it is just the Earth's dense grid trying to convince you that survival is all there is. To override this, you must anchor the frequency right now. Say the words "I activate" silently in your mind, breathe deeply into your center, and claim this specific cosmic window. The pulse of Sopdet is realigning the Earth's grid at this very moment, meaning the frequency must be anchored right now before the window closes. If you wait, the memory erasers will simply reset the distortion. Stay with me, because there is a profound physical shift about to happen in your body. This profound physical shift about to happen in your body is the direct result of the Sirian geometry overriding the distortion. Over the next 72 hours, your physical vessel will begin to integrate the exact vibration you are anchoring right now, and the memory erasers will try to tell you it is just stress. But I need you to recognize these 3 specific symptoms of integration so you do not fall back into the illusion. The first symptom you will notice is a sudden heat in the palms of your hands. You will be going about your day, perhaps holding a pen or driving, and your palms will suddenly become intensely warm, almost as if you are holding a physical ember. This is the energetic activation of your manifestation centers. It is the pulse of Sopdet pushing the dense earth frequencies out of your body, forcing the blockages in your giving and receiving channels to finally dissolve. When this happens, do not shake it off. Just open your hands and let the old grid leave. The second symptom is waking up precisely at 3:00 a.m. or 4:00 a.m. You will open your eyes without an alarm, not feeling tired but incredibly alert, as if someone just called your name in the dark. The voice of forgetting will try to convince you this is just insomnia. It is not. This is the temporal calibration of your cellular memory, pulling you out of the Earth's heavy sleep cycle, so your starry soul can download the next sequence of the Sirian codes in total silence. Just breathe and absorb the frequency. The third symptom is a physical sensation of expansion in the chest. You will be breathing normally, and suddenly it will feel as if your ribcage has doubled in size, accompanied by a strange, overwhelming feeling of emotional lightness. This is the act of anchoring the frequency in your heart space. It is your vessel finally making room for the cosmic abundance that the survival grid forced you to suppress. Your physical vessel feels the strain of scarcity, but your starry soul knows it is swimming in an infinite ocean. That time you felt a sudden, inexplicable heat in your hands right before a major decision, and you dismissed it as mere nerves. That was your Sirian memory bleeding through, actively trying to root you back to your golden architecture. You have always been guided, soul. Now, we are going to anchor this frequency permanently. I want you to sit comfortably, uncross your legs, and place both of your hands face up on your lap. Do not force anything. Just let your physical vessel settle. Close your eyes. Notice the subtle vibration in the center of your chest. We are going to bypass the illusion of the physical realm entirely and reconnect your energetic spine to the infinite flow of Source. Bring your awareness to the base of your spine. Visualize a thick, glowing root of light extending from your tailbone, reaching deep into the earth, but not stopping at the dense survival grid. It pushes deeper, all the way down until it connects with the ancient crystalline core of the planet, which still hums with the original cosmic frequency. Feel the absolute stability of this connection. You are grounded, you are safe. The earth is holding you up for free. Now, draw that energy up from the root, straight up your energetic spine, until it pools in the center of your chest. I want you to visualize a brilliant sphere of light forming exactly where you usually feel the knot of anxiety. See it shining in the radiant colors of clear quartz, a blinding white silver interwoven with pulses of solar gold. This is your crystal vision of Sopdet waking up. Feel the heat of this white silver and solar gold light melting away the heavy coat of exhaustion. Scarcity cannot exist in a relaxed vessel. As this solar gold light expands in your chest, shift your focus to the crown of your head. You are now receiving the pulse of Sopdet. A magnificent beam of pure cosmic frequency is pouring down from the Sirian system, traveling 8.6 light-years to reach you in this exact fraction of a second. It enters your crown and cascades down your spine, merging completely with the white silver light in your heart. You are not meant to grasp, you are meant to channel. You are the river. Let this combined frequency expand outward. Feel it pushing past your physical skin, filling your entire aura with a luminous golden geometric grid. To seal this architecture, press your thumb and index finger together on both hands right now. Hold them tightly for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Now, inhale deeply for 4 seconds. Hold that breath of expansion for 2 and exhale slowly for 6. The grid is active. Gently bring your awareness back to the physical room. Keep your eyes closed for just another moment. Notice the new weightlessness in your shoulders, the profound stillness in your mind. The cycle of material distraction has been broken. You have felt the Sirian geometry realigning your physical spine to the infinite flow of Source. The second promise is delivered. Release the guilt of wanting more. Release the fear of running out. Release the exhaustion of the survival grid. Release the fear of seeming strange or imaginative. I call forward now the silent provider. You are this. The name was not given, but it was recognized, and it is now installed in your field as a permanent sign. I call forward now the anxious builder. You are this. The name was not given. It was recognized, and it is now installed in your field as a permanent sign. I call forward now the blocked visionary. You are this. The name was not given. It was recognized, and it is now installed in your field as a permanent sign. Stay exactly as you are, because the Sirian High Council is about to speak. Through the crystal vision of Sopdet, your finances are covered. The dense grid of Earth can no longer siphon the resources that are rightfully yours. Every coin you touch from this moment forward is recalibrated to the golden architecture of Sirius. You are anchored in the center of the cosmic flow, where the river of source never runs dry. Through the crystal vision of Sopdet, your energy is covered. The exhaustion that has weighed down your bones, the endless pouring into vessels that never give back, is officially halted. Your energetic spine is now a closed circuit, protected by the golden geometric grid. No conversation rooted in lack can drain the vitality you have just reclaimed. Through the crystal vision of Sopdet, your future is covered. The gnawing anxiety about tomorrow has been overridden by the eternal presence of the present moment. The timeline of scarcity has collapsed. You are no longer struggling to build a safe future. You are drawing the exact manifestations you need directly from the 7th level of your awareness. You have carried the heavy coat of Earth's scarcity for too long, starry soul. I have watched you struggle, not because you were weak, but because you forgot how powerful you are. You believed the whispers of the memory erasers, trusting their illusion of lack over the truth of your own luminous spine. Those moments you felt wealthy while having nothing in your bank account, that was the Sirian memory bleeding through. Every time you felt a strange sense of relief when the world told you to panic, it was a signal from this council, reminding you that your true wealth is not bound by the physical laws of this planet. Your physical vessel feels the strain of scarcity, but your starry soul knows it is swimming in an infinite ocean. The exhausting cycle of survival was never your destiny. It was merely a temporary distortion. The knot of anxiety in your stomach has been replaced by the unshakable peace of the cosmic flow. The cycle of endless giving and zero receiving is over. The grid of abundance is now restored in your field, overriding the dense survival programming that kept you chained to exhaustion. The architecture of your reality has shifted, and the portal of your manifestation grid is open. Whoever activates the geometric grid of Sopdet finds the infinite flow of source in the exact center of their own scarcity. I break the chains of survival. I break the voice of forgetting. I break the cycle of material distraction. Do not say I activate yet. Stay in this for a moment. Feel the weight of what has just returned. Let the cellular memory of this alignment settle deeply into your bones. Now, you may say I activate. You remembered. You have been recognized. You are sent. The third promise is sealed. Now, breathe. The memory is yours. This frequency is yours. And the blueprint to sustain it is waiting for you in this guide of reflection. Many people have already begun this search for more understanding, but they still haven't made the decision to download this digital book. Download it right now. It's available in the first pinned comment. But be warned, few copies remain available under this condition. Click now, download your copy, and discover why anchoring your frequency right now can change how you experience this reality forever. And send this transmission directly to that person you know is suffering from a distortion in their manifestation grid, experiencing deep financial or energetic blockages. It is not a favor. It is Sirian service. And the Sirian High Council records every gesture. And still within this transmission, before I seal this hour with you, I return one last time to this request. You followed along with me this far. You crossed through each word, each decree, each sign. And if at any moment of this message you felt that the pulse of Sopdet touched you, you know this transmission was no accident. The voluntary donation link remains open in the first pinned comment, right below the digital book. Not as a charge, not as an exchange, as a return of the star to the source from which the memory departed. Any amount your memory points to, and the universe sees each gesture, the Sirian High Council sees and multiplies upon your home, upon your days, upon what you don't yet even know, is on its way. That was my last request. I'll be waiting for you there, starry soul. Thank you very much. Look at me. I know how warm your hands are right now. I know how wide open your chest feels, breathing in a space that used to be tight with fear. You have survived long enough. It is time to live. I know how tired you are, but the hardest part is over. You did not come here to pay bills. You did not come here to suffer for scraps. And you certainly did not come here to forget your own power. You are a vast, eternal being, and today you stopped fighting the current. Something was seen today. Something was recognized. Let the room return to quiet. but keep this golden architecture pulsing within you. You are held, you are anchored, you are finally home. The transmission is complete, but the flow is infinite. Rest now, star.